Hey Scorpio, welcome to your fortnightly reading with me, Raphael from Reydiant Reality. It's an absolute pleasure to have you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for joining me. Quick note, my readings are for your sun, moon and ascendant signs. So whether you're a sun, moon or rising sign Scorpio, this is for you. And I always advise that you watch all three to get a clearer, more complete picture of how they're going to speak to you. With that said, remember they are general readings. Not everything's going to resonate with everybody, and that is just fine. You should always use your own discernment. Also, there's no astrology in these readings, so this is going to be, and I say check in with it, the week after I put it out, the fortnight after I put it out, watch it backward, watch it before, check them out and see how they're speaking to you and which one of your signs, your sun, your moon or your ascendant, they are resonating more with. Only you can decide that part for yourself. As I said, because there's no astrology in this, it doesn't matter which sign you're watching for. All right, now with that said, I would like to bless my decks of cards with all forms of love, light, peace, prosperity and abundance. And I pray that the messages that come through are ultimately clear and concise and they help you on your path to your highest vibrational good. So I'm going to pop these to the side and I'm going to give these a good shuffle. So remember, I always shuffle my cards before I get on camera, but I like to do it in front of people, or should I say on camera, so that they know, what you get is what you get. So I'd always do this as well, like on my personal videos that people book with me, which you can do on my website, in the link in the description box below. You can, I always shuffle on camera so that like what you get is what you get. Now, with that said, for your actions and results, you've got the Five of Pentacles. So potentially concerns around your money, finances and resources over this next fortnight. It looks like a lot of you are getting very serious about your money. Now, if I know anything about a Scorpio, you guys have always got a little stash somewhere. So maybe this is that you're having to dip into your savings at the moment way more than you're hoping to. It could also be that you've made an investment of some sort at the moment, like you've paid out or into something and you're thinking, well, fuck, so far I'm not getting back I'm not making the money back that I've already spent out. Don't fret too much with that. I would also say as well, whatever you're doing on a physical level, please take your time. The Five of Pentacles can sometimes see accidents. All right. Now you've got this with the Two of Swords. So lots of the slowdown in your resources is mostly in here. And that's not to say that, the world isn't, the world right now and it's not all happening. What I am saying is you may very well be creating the situation that you have at the moment because that's what you're focused on. Our thoughts and our energy are extremely powerful. And as a Scorpio, sun, moon or ascendant, you have a very strong ability to manifest and create the things that you are envisioning or utilizing a lot of your energy spent on, right? So pay attention to this at the moment. Then you've got the Hermit card. Okay, so in terms of the results of the actions that you're setting into motion at the moment, I kind of like this, right? The Two of Swords, if you could say, in a sense, she's kind of like an emissary of the High Priestess. She's not the High Priestess, but she's kind of like an emissary. She's got like a little energy of that. And the Hermit is the emissary of the High Priestess. So your intuition is giving you hints, tips, nudges at the moment to tell you about some of the moves that you're making of a financial nature or potentially of a physical nature to say, this probably isn't the path. Get yourself more, I don't want to say aligned because it's not the Temperance card, but definitely more aware. All right. So this week, I'm going to tell you straight up, Scorpio, your mind chatter. All right. Find a way to deal with that. For your career and your communications, you've got the Judgment card. Okay. Look at that, right? It falls directly onto the Five of Pentacles. So this finance/money issue, potentially, especially for those of you that work for somebody else, this may very well be money that you have been promised that isn't quite making it to you. Maybe you've been promised a pay rise. Maybe you've been told, well, yeah, you're going to get this or you're going to get that. And it's like, okay, well, where is it? Do you know what I mean? I'm waiting for this to materialize. Same thing for those of you that are business owners. It's like you spent money on something and now because you haven't seen the almost immediate results from it, there's like okay, maybe this was the wrong thing to do. I don't think that's the case. I think it's just going to take more time. Then you've got the Eight of Cups. So for some of you, there's something that you are closing down, leaving behind, or phasing out. It's really interesting because the Eight of Cups is can be a card of emotional imbalances, and because you've got it on the Two of Swords, like she's crossing over her heart there with the two swords, and so this is like guarding of feelings, right? And this Eight of Cups suggests that the feelings that you are having, they stem from something to do with your work, something to do with your profession and or your career, which is interesting because when I get to those of you that are retired, let's see what comes up. Then you've got the Moon card. The Moon card falls directly on top of the Hermit. Now, the Hermit card is Virgo ruled. The Moon card is Pisces. So, and the Moon card is number 18. 1 and 8 gives you 9. 1 and 8 gives you 9, and that falls on top of the Hermit, which is also number 9. 2 9s represents receipts. Whatever you are planning to take back, or maybe I should cancel my subscription to this because it's I'm not seeing the benefit or whatever. Have you given it enough time is the question that I would ask you to ask yourself. Have you given whatever this thing is that you've paid for, invested in, or whatever, have you given it enough time? Can you put your hand on your heart and say, yes, I've given it enough time, enough effort, enough energy for it to pay me out? If you can say that, then walk away scot-free, right? Maybe not scot-free, but you get my point. Now, for those of you that are studying or in some form of academia, quite frankly, it looks like there is an energy that is surrounding you, your studies, or maybe that's coming from the faculty that's like stuck in the fucking dark ages, man. It's like you're experiencing something, and maybe this is just the way that I'm seeing that you're feeling it. So that might mean maybe this is just the way you're receiving it. But there is an element here where it feels kind of like this is like really old. Why are we? It's like this, like when you look at the school curriculum, half of the shit that they teach you is so pointless and irrelevant. Like, teach me how to do a tax return. What happens with my money? How do I invest? The list goes on. But it's like something that you're being taught, or some school of thought that is presented to you over this next fortnight. You're going to be like, why? Like, this is so beyond relevant. It's unbelievable. Maybe you just got to be the Scorpio that you are and call that ish out, right? He says, I don't know why I'm trying to bleep the S word out when I've been dropping F-bombs left and right. For those of you that are employed by somebody else, again, this looks like it's almost like you have checked out of the work situation, because it's like, you know what, I'm clearly not making a difference here, and you're not going to compensate me for what I've done already. Why would I give you any more value? Open up the dialogue before you completely check out, because that may be the thing that needs to shift. I know you're used to kind of just, doing the facial expressions or making certain comments and having everybody kind of rearrange around you, such is the power of the Scorpio. That's not going to cut it this moment in time. All right, we're on so many shifts and changes and timeline shifts, etc. at the moment. So just something to consider. And then when it comes to those of you that are business owners, entrepreneurs, solopreneurs, people that work for themselves, upgrade. Whatever it is that you're planning to upgrade or that needs to be upgraded, this may be the time to do it. And I know there's a part of you that's probably thinking, great, so now we have to spend more money. I'm not telling you have to do anything, but it does look like things need to come out of what is a very old or stagnant way of doing things. When it comes to those of you that are retired and no longer working, well, how does this show up for you guys then, right? If all of this shift and change energy comes in and you're emotionally attached, how does this show up for you guys? Because this is the past, and potentially the deep past. Maybe some of you are rewriting the narrative of what you did for your work or your career and how useful that was to yourself or to anybody else. So I kind of like this because it's like you're seeing something in a different light. It may be kind of like, oh, like maybe you look at this and maybe you're having a moment where you think about something that you've contributed to that maybe you no longer agree with. Do you know what I mean? Like, I think I'll stop there. For your love and relations, you've got the Queen of Pentacles, Taurus, Capricorn, Virgo woman. Shows up for you quite strong. This could be somebody that is maybe potentially a significant other, or someone that's introducing you to a significant other. Then you've got the Queen of Cups. So I'm going to tell you straight up, a woman friend is going to help you or suggest a significant other to you. I say this because two queens represent sincere friends. The queen that's probably likely to be the one that's introducing it, and earlier remember I said to you about Virgo and Pisces, I wouldn't be surprised if the Queen of Cups, and because she's a Pisces, whoever she is, she's a Pisces. This is likely to be someone that is a friend that will introduce you to a significant other, or someone that you can maybe have a dalliance with, etc. I'm speaking directly to those of you that are single, obviously. For those of you that are partnered, wow, okay, so look at this. For those of you that are single and have been profoundly single, or having challenges or issues, etc., around relationships or finding relationships, this is now, right? The Page of Cups with the Moon card, that's Pisces season. We've got about 10 days left. So there's someone coming in for you here who might just blow your socks off. So this is one of those times, again, where a friend or a loved one, a family member, work colleague, that when people try to set us up and you're like, oh my gosh, like you need to see these people that they're trying to set me up with. And then every so often, they just get it right, and you're like, okay, wow. Just me. For those of you that are partnered, married, or in long-term commitments, I actually really love this for like warm gatherings, get-togethers. It's almost like friendship connections are the thing that are enhancing your relationship. There's nothing wrong with the relationship, but it's made better this fortnight by the connections that you have with friends. There's a lot more social energy around at the moment for the Scorpios, and that's been for a while now. For like the last 6 weeks at least, there's been a lot of that kind of energy coming in, so nice. And then finally, for your money and materials, you've got the Seven of Wands. Okay, so don't mix friends and partnerships and everything in the fun sense, in the get-together sense, maybe not in the financial sense, all right? That Seven of Wands, potentially some challenges coming up around the resources, and that Five of Pentacles also. And it's the Five of Pentacles with the Two of Swords. Two of Swords, any two is, a partnership energy. So it may very well be that the issues that you're having with finances are coming from a partnership or a connection of some sort. Then you've got the Wheel of Fortune with the Six of Pentacles. I like this for... That Seven of Wands is you psyching yourself up to do something, right? So this investment that you've already made that is maybe not paying out the way that you wanted it to, maybe it's actually closer to paying out than you realize. And now if you pull out at this moment, you may not get the goodies that are coming to you from it. And with that Seven of Wands there, it's like you have to fight past the idea that it's all just luck. It's not, right? Or what's I think it was Oprah that said hard work plus talent equals luck or success, or whatever the phrase is. And this is kind of that. Like and it's weird to have to say to a Scorpio, you need a little bit more grit. But I actually think that may very well be it this fortnight. That Six of Pentacles as well. This could be, especially if you're a Scorpio willing to speak up. Especially if you're willing to speak up or to go after it or to fight in a space or a place or over something that you usually would let slide. The results can actually be brilliant, right? Now, when it comes to your physical health and vitality, for those of you that have had problems or issues with the immune system, they are about to start to improve. Now, I'm not a doctor, I can't give you medical advice, but what I will tell you, this energy and the combination of them, if you've had problems with the immune system, go and get your thyroid checked, because the chances are that may very well be where your issue is coming from. And because it's gone unchecked, it just keeps showing up in a specific sort of, not specific, it just keeps showing up in a general way. To specify or to get into the specifics of it, get your thyroid checked, because that may very well be where it's coming from. And then finally, when it comes to your home and environment, straight up, this just looks like you're kicking someone out. That's the way that I see it. Like, it's like, you know what, left my space, man. Like, just get out. Do you know, like, it's like almost like you're saying to someone, look, you know what, you can leave now. Like, you know, when someone's overstayed their welcome. Well, I kind of feel like that's what's going to happen this week, this fortnight. Like, the Scorpios are like, okay, it was great while it lasted, but you need to go now. Oh, all right. So let's have a look. What we're going to do now is have a look at your cross purposes, right? So we're going to see where the challenges may very well be coming from. Sometimes they're coming from inside us, all right? Sometimes they are coming from external factors. You've got a few challenges here that, you know, we're good to see where are they kind of coming from and how are they getting in the way. All right, so your cross purposes for this fortnight are... the Death card, all right? So, you know, the Death card is Scorpio. So I'm not saying it's all in your head, but I am saying that maybe you are the source of some of the hold-ups, the challenges, or the issues that you're having. And how honest you can be with yourself at this moment in time really is going to be very telling about how far forward you can move beyond this over the course of the next fortnight. And you got this with the Three of Pentacles. Stop trying to perfect it, all right? Just leave it alone. Like, and that's the message. That's perfect example. Girls in the 90s with their eyebrows. You know, they just keep picking, and in the end they end up with a pencil line drawn. Because you just couldn't leave it alone. The Death card is you as a Scorpio. The Three of Pentacles is, you know, yes, it's learning and all the rest of it, but it's also about precision in a sense. And so you're being asked here to let go of this need to constantly keep refining something. It's fine as it is, all right? Let it be, let it evolve, all right? With that said, I wish you an abundance of all of that good stuff. Let me know in the comments. Do you love it? Do you loathe it? What do you want more of, all right? With that said, take care and I'll see you soon.